Good morning, everyone. All right, let's see who is here. We have Kenny, Lucy, Dee, Caddy, Jill, Catherine, Claudio. Kenny, good morning, 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 good morning. Whew, out of breath. Let's see, who else do we have? Miss Rena. Sounds good, Miss Rena. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Scrolling down. Okay, I think we have everyone for now. Hi, Ingrid. Hello from France. Hello. Hi, Annette. Hi, Teresa. Oh my goodness. Good morning, everyone. Well, I just posted this morning, Barbara Color and I finally finished. Honestly, it was taking me forever to get mine done. Hi, Tina. Hi, Paul, Anna, and Harvey. I finally finished the buddy color that Barbara and I were doing. Light's not super great in here. You can see this better on my Instagram. I just posted it along with Barbara, so you can see her finished image. Hi, Mona. We're off to a great start with my words this morning. Her finished image over on my Instagram, and hers as well. Hi, Andrea. Wait, is it Andrea or Andrea? I want to lean towards Andrea, but I could be wrong. Anyway, good morning. All right, so we did a little diamond painting on Monday night, but today we are back to Johanna. Yep, exclamation point words, absolutely. So what we are going to work on today is this page right here. I went ahead and grabbed the Black Widows because it's been ages since I used them, and I was looking at the colors and I'm like, gosh, what are we gonna, I do a lot of the same kind of color palettes, like a lot of pastel kind of stuff. And so I was just like, let's do a limited color palette, because I don't know about you, but especially because there's more Black Widows coming out. I have all the sets of Black Widows, and when you have the full set, there's like 144 here. Oh, first time here. Awesome, Ingrid. I'm so glad. I usually see the streams in replay because of the different time. Yes, which is why I try to squeeze in at least one daytime stream. Middle of the week, it's good. Kids are in school. It all works out well. But yeah, I was just like, 144 can get a little overwhelming. And so, Andrea, okay, perfect. See, Anne, I like that, Andrea. So funny, I've been debating buy Black Widows as they are on offer on Amazon in the UK at the moment. Oh, okay, very nice. Yeah, I like them. I just don't always default to them. Morning, Steve. I don't always default to them because there's so many of them, and sometimes I like a smaller selection, but I was just like, you know what would be a great way to simplify this is if we do a limited color palette. So I'm thinking cool colors, so blues and greens. Watch the diamond one later. It reminds me of the sequin art from my childhood, right? Bedazzling all the way. That's what it is. We're bedazzling a poster. That's exactly what it is. I also had my coffee this morning. It's like halfway gone. It's foamy. That's why it looks that way. Okay. Hi, Shannon. So I think I want to go heavier on the blues than the greens, but I am not going to turn my nose up at some Laylin? Thank you, Laylin, for subscribing. Welcome to our coloring family. So I think we're gonna go heavier on the blues. We're gonna tie in some aquas, not too many greens probably. So let's see, I misplaced one of my blues and I have no idea where I put it because, you know, I'm a super Blue Daisy. Blue Daisy is the one I'm missing, which is kind of sad. I looked everywhere for it last night and I have no idea where I put it. I think I might have taken it out at one point to like use it for an example for something and then never put it back because I'm awesome like that. Did anyone in Europe outside of the UK get the 30 days of creativity book? Because mine still hasn't arrived and Amazon says it still take another month or so. So I know, good morning, Barbara. I know that there were some issues with the UK. Johanna addressed it. She said they're working on getting it out, but I think it has to do just with the amount of people it takes to get the books out. I don't think it's a shortage of books. I think it's a shortage of being able to deliver it. Okay, so blues that we want to use today. So I don't know if you can tell, but on navy blue, do you see how it's kind of like pink on the side? I tend to steer away from this color mostly because it looks like it bled somehow. I don't know what's in the formula. It's the only one that did that, but I tend to not use that one because I don't want it to bleed later down the line. Because of the neck pains, oh, I'm sorry, Ingrid, we'll rest up. So let's start with Blue Moon. All right, let's go ahead and get our colors out here. I've got this big old case here. Yoink, there we go. Good morning, Earth. All right, so let's see. Let's grab our colors first, and then we will, so we're gonna get all of our cool colors, and then we will get 1 or 2 warm contrasting colors for shading, maybe a black, but otherwise we're gonna just stick with our palettes. We're gonna take our pencils out and we're gonna set the rest of them all aside, and we are not going to touch the other ones. Hi, Angela. Knows problems with pre-orders before? Yeah. Okay, so let's get Blue Moon, which is from the Monarch set. So let's see. It's next to Zephyr Blue. What's this one? That one's Navy Blue, Zephyr Blue. Okay, Blue Moon. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, Ingrid. Yeah, I'll probably touch on a lot of them. I like the Monarch has a lot of really pretty colors, which we will definitely be using. All right, so Blue Moon, let's see, 64 is Storm Blue. Do I already have that out? No, that one's Ocean. See, here's the thing though. I do wish that he had been consistent. There we go, Storm Blue, in the labeling of them, because since each set is different, when you put them all together, like the numbers and names are all in different places, so that's mildly frustrating, but I don't think he knew that maybe the set was gonna grow as much as it did. Hi, Coloring Novice. Sounds good, it should still be working. No worries. All right, let's grab Blue Horizon here. Hi, Marilyn, good morning. Let's get the Forget-Me-Not. Definitely gonna get Denim. Let's see, Sky, do we already have, that's this one here. I'm gonna avoid, so I'm looking at these colors here. I'm gonna avoid Cat's Eye because it's a little bit of a muted color and that's not quite what I'm going for. I misplaced Blue Daisy, which just drives me crazy. It's a good color. I wish I knew where I put it. Seriously, I looked everywhere for it last night. You know what I did? I probably like absent-mindedly put it in a case somewhere, but we're gonna get Aquarius. That's a good one. They are, Miss Butterfly. They are very good. I enjoy them. Oh, Caddy, I'm so glad. Oh, Kitty, I didn't realize you were in here. Do you want out? Oh, big kitty. Here we go. She's never one to really like hang out on a lap though, so she's just like, you know, I'm good. I'm good. She's got her little claws. Here we go. Here. What do you think? I didn't realize you were in here. Oh, are you claiming those pencils as your own? Would you like to go out now? Or are you just gonna keep rubbing? Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh wait, you're sitting. You're sitting and you're laying down. Okay, are we doing this? Is this all you wanted? I can work like this. I can do this. I think probably yes, Steve. I don't think that she will settle. Did you just want pets? It is not Paul, no. She's our older kitty. She's about 15 years old. We actually just took her to the vet the other day, got some blood work done, and aside from her regular stomach issues, the vet said she is oddly healthy. Hey, look up here. Can you show them your face? Look over here. Over here. There we are. Oh, the mic's blocking you. There we go. Here. She's shoving her face on the pencils. She is trying to steal Paul's fans. Oh, you're getting cat hair all over the pencils. Look, Daddy's here. You want to go, Daddy? There we go. Oh, claws. Come on. There we go.
She just wanted to be pet.
I know, a surprise. Normally she doesn't put up with that, but she's just like, oh, these pencils clearly need my attention and my scent. Hi, Melissa. Oh, kitty, you look so sad. She's like, no, I just want a snack. No, not the new ones. Although I was, hi, Emily. Yes. The kitty. Yeah, she doesn't usually put up with her. Like she's very much, she's very old. And so she's set in her ways and she's very much just like, I like my bed. I like my naps. You can leave me alone now. Hi, Tanya. Oh, but she's like super thick fur. Technically, like they just call her a Torby. She showed up on our porch one day, so it's not like it's not a cat that we purchased. So we don't actually know her breed, but she's like a Torby, but her fur is super thick. Pretty sure she's part husky. But yeah, so I actually double checked because I know Albert said that they would be going up on Amazon soon. So when I was putting up the links for these pencils, Hemi is young and set in his ways, right? I specifically looked for the dragon set just to see. I was just like, I wonder if it's gonna be up yet, but it was not. Otherwise, I would have definitely been like, guys, go get it now. Okay, let's see. This one is F. Thank you. Hi, Barbara. Exclamation point, hi.
Emily Paul,
and those handy dandy emotes.
Emily Paul,
who made him that way? I checked every morning. Thank you for that, Evelyn. Thank you so much. Pretty sure they're wax based, Mrs. Butterfly. Pretty sure they're wax based. Although in my, so Albert is the owner of the company. Okay, FYI, there is a fly in here and he's taunting me. And so if he lands in the video, I've already scolded him for it. It's a bad fly. Anyway, Albert says that it's all the same formula, but I swear the Monarchs feel different than the rest of them. And I know I'm not the only one to experience that. They feel softer almost. Sorry, I'm also drinking my coffee. But yes, I do enjoy them. It's honestly been ages since I used them. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? So this one is Opal. We can do Opal. We'll keep, yep, see, there he is. He just flew by. He's just taunting me. What else do we have for blue that we haven't grabbed? What is this one? This one is Galaxy Blue. Oh my gosh, go away, fly. Galaxy Blue is kind of like a purple though. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Let's get Zephyr Blue. Okay. Zephyr Blue, that might be it. Yeah. That might be it. I think that's all the blues that we're gonna get. Okay, now let's grab a couple contrasting colors here. Let's get burgundy. So we'll definitely use that. Technically orange is the complementary of blue, but I don't want to, I want to keep it kind of cooler colors. So I'm going for kind of the cooler reds. So burgundy, that sits next to deep purple. Aha. Burgundy, and we're gonna get brown bug. The names of these pencils crack me up. I'll tell you all the sets that these are from too once we pick them all out. And then let's grab, we're not gonna grab green. We will grab a black. Let's see, I have more of midnight. Let's grab midnight. Okay, I think that's all the colors we're gonna use. So we're gonna set this aside. Has the best names, right, Ev? They're so good. Well, it's like one of those tiny little, like they'll go after the houseflies on occasion, you know, and it's getting colder, so we should be almost done with them, but it's those tiny little fruit flies that get in and then they just drive you crazy. And it's like, why? All the dishes are clean. There's no food out. What are you doing here? If that thing's after my coffee, I'm not going to share my coffee. I need my coffee. Oh yeah, there's a ton, Mrs. Butterfly. So, I mean, we've got all of these pinks here, tons of yellows, greens. It really is a really good selection of colors. I find it interesting that a lot of sets are slim on the purples, but Black Widow does pretty good. I'm really curious to see what the new colors are, because there are a number of colors in the Black Widow sets that are just so similar. Okay, let's move the book out of the way for just a second, and let's talk about the colors that we chose. Now, we haven't done a full like part 1, part 2, part 3, yada yada in a while. So this is going to be a full color along. We're going to do this one from start to finish. And then after we're done with this page, then we are going to move on to a Christine Karen page that I have printed out for ages. But that won't be probably until next week. Okay, so we have 1, 2. So although they aren't all labeled the same, you can tell by their barrels without even reading them which sets they are from. So the ones with the white print are from, is this a 120 set? So Mrs. Butterfly, if you look in the description below, they actually come in separate sets. There's like 4 regular pencil sets, and then there's 2 smaller sets. So there is the Cobra, the Scorpion, the Black Widow, and the Monarch set. And then the other 2 smaller sets are the dark tones and light tones, which are great for skin tones, obviously. The new set that's coming out is Dragon, but when you purchase them all together, the total of them is 144 so far. Okay, the red ones are Black Widows. The gold colored print without the colored bottom is from the Cobra set. So we only have 1 out from the Cobra set. Okay, So this is, I ended up grabbing a lot from the Monarch set. Oh wait, this is from the dark skin tone set. Okay, so here is what we have. The differences with the Monarch and these, the tone sets is that the Monarch is a little bit longer colored bottom and the tone sets are shorter. Good morning, Della. Lurk while I drive down the mountain. Oh yes, please be careful. So from the Scorpion set, we have pulled Blue Horizon, Brown Bug, and Burgundy. From the Monarch set, we have Blue Moon, Storm Blue, Denim, Sky, Opal, and Ocean. From the Black Widow set, we have Zephyr Blue, Forget Me Not. From the Cobra set, we have Aquarius. And from the dark tone set, we have Midnight. Now, if I could find it, I would have added Blue Daisy because it's really good, but I just looked everywhere last night and I'm upset with it. So those are the colors we are using and nothing else. I don't foresee, we'll probably use a blender. And we may use some gel pen for embellishment. But aside from that, we are doing limited color palette. Like the crayons encyclopedia. I try. I don't have all of them and I don't know all of them. However, if you want to have a good idea of which ones I do and don't have, if you go to emilyillustrator.com/downloads, I have a ton of free color charts. And basically, if I have the pencil set, it will be there. I have a couple pencil sets, that I'm just gonna give these all a quick sharpen real quick, that I don't have, but I put in parentheses the person that supplied them. In fact, Miss Rena, she's here. She supplied a couple of charts there. So then there's the link to their Instagrams there. I did see somebody posted a really good color chart. I forget who it was, or it wasn't like one that people could use. It was just her own personal color chart of the, what was it? What's that set? Is it the Colors that's like 500 or 520? Thank you, Shannon. Anyway, it was a really extensive color chart. I pride myself on trying to fit all of the colors on one page. You can borrow my Blue Daisy. Can I send it through the internet? Okay, and go. Emily, it didn't work. I didn't get it. But I was curious if that was her color order or if that was just the color order that they came in. Because if that was the color order that they came in, then I could easily enough replicate that in Excel, but it'd be a question of how many can I fit on one page? I mean, I can fit about 150 on, no, I did 180 because I did 180 for the Colors. I was able to fit all 180. Maybe it was the Brunziels. I don't know. What was going on? Yeah, who knows? The Brutes, they were the Brutes. Okay, that's what it was. But yeah, so I was just like, huh. Because I could do that. I would just need to figure out how to format it on how many pages, because it gets complicated when it's off more than one page. But I don't know, I like being able to look at all of my colors on one page. So, you know, the 180 Colors were the biggest I ever did. And the Brute printers, yeah. And hi, Pearl. And I was able to get them all on one page, but I mean, that was pushing it because it needs to be, because I understand too, I mean, not everybody has fantastic eyesight, so it's just like, gosh, are they gonna wanna squint to read these tiny words? And is this enough to put, you know, a solid block of color on there? Sorry, I'm using my doll 133, has googly eyes, and I'm just doing it in my lap because it's easier, and when I do it on the desk, it shakes the whole desk, so I just have it in my lap here. Just, it's just easier. Teeny tiny little squares, right? Can you imagine? Because I tend to do rectangles for them. Yes, Blue Daisy is Monarch, yes. Yeah, so if you look on the color chart here, because the Monarch set is the most recent one. So on the chart, you see I have SD, SL, BW, MN. So those are all the abbreviations that are on here. And so, you can tell like which is which, but I actually created this color order myself based on how I thought they went together. And everybody sees color differently. So anybody might look at the chart and they're like, why'd she put that color there? And the fact of the matter is, like I said, we don't all see it the same. So it kind of just, you know, I put it together in an order that worked for me, but I got to tell you, 144 of them, I was way too particular and it took way too long. And I was like, maybe I should chill my OCD just a smidge. Hang on one second. I'm gonna darken that one up there. Okay. In fact, here, let me grab the sweater on the floor. Here we go. Let's see. Let's grab that one really big chart that I did. Let's see, that's the Prismacolor. So the Prismacolor fit pretty good. And there was 150 of them, but I added some discontinued colors and some metallics that I had at the bottom. And then, yeah, here we go, the colors. So this was easily the most full I've ever made a chart. Aww. Here we go. So I got it all fit, so this is in comparison. So it's actually not too much smaller than these ones. I just widened the margins a bit, but gosh, I think any smaller, and it just wouldn't fit on here. At least not in a way where you would be able to actually read it. And that's the reason why sometimes I redo these also, because I don't like the color order they come in. Oh, awesome, Ev. And so I redid the order on the colors also. I believe I did. I'm trying to remember which ones I did. And I have a few comparison charts and everything, but yeah, it's super handy. So if I have the set, generally I will do my best to have the chart up there. Okay, let's get started. Now I am planning, hi Patricia, thank you. I am planning on doing a little bit of background inside, but it'll stop along the circle. Would you compare these crayons to Prismacolor more or Polychromos? If I had to choose, I would say Polychromos, mostly because Prismacolors, they're their own category as far as the way the pigment blends. I don't know, I have a hard time comparing Prismacolors to anything. Yeah, I'm kind of with Shannon. They're so different. Like I said, if somebody said you absolutely have to choose one or the other, then I would say Polychromos, but they're still not. You should have been here on the night, or I don't know if you were, whatever night it was, we were, yeah, neither also. What we were comparing to, oh, it was the Posca pencils. And I literally pulled out every set of pencils I had and compared it to, and we ended up settling with the closest the Posca pencils were the Chromaflows. Oh yeah, Miss Rena, please do let me know, because honestly, I don't remember at this point. Right? They're so nice. No, Mandy, I am coloring in 30 Days of Creativity. Black Widows are wax-based. They're soft, but nothing like prisms. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Trick of coloring swatches and cutting them out. You don't breathe when you do that, right? So, because it takes a while to fill these in anyway. So I'll do the chart and then I'll use my paper cutter and I'll cut out the individual. Okay, here's the really frustrating part is when you're cutting all this out, a lot of times I'll try and cut multiples at a time because there's so many, but there were times that I accidentally got them mixed up and I was cutting the wrong side and I would end up with like this. So like this name was with this color and I didn't realize it till I had it. I was like, no. So I had to do, it was the Posca Pencil Showdown, absolutely. I had to like redo it and then you sit there and these are really hard to grab. I printed out on my Nita cardstock so that it's thicker, but they're so hard to grab and I don't like to like line them up like this when I do it. I need to have them in one long row so I can see them all next to each other. I know it's my own OCD. But so I put it on this really long table and then I use these tweezers and I move them around and I reorder them till I'm somewhat happy. And inevitably, I'll get them all on the chart and I'll fill them in and I'll look at it and be like, that really bothers me. And I'll redo the whole thing because I'm not, you know, particular at all. Okay, what do you say we get some coloring done here? Yeah, let's make sure we are in focus. Turn that down just a little bit. Okay, so let's see. I think what I want to do, because we have all these colors here, I'm going to grab, let's see, let's just grab a sheet of paper here. Hang on. this one because I'm probably not gonna color on it. Because I wanna make sure we can see what colors we have here easily. So actually, let's zoom out for a second. What did Ms. Butterfly say? More polychromos, girl? Oh, that's fair. Sounds good, Caddy. All right, so I'm gonna make this easy so that I don't have to try and find whichever on my color chart. We're gonna do real quick swatch. And that's super dark, but that's gonna come in handy. All right, so that is Midnight. Okay, these are the colors we are using, and that is it. I also have the Castle Art and love them too compared to the Arteza. I really don't. I seldom use them. Yeah, I definitely, like, I try to switch around and like kind of switch up what I'm using to kind of keep it all even. So this is gonna be our own personal swatch chart and reference sheet later when we're like, oh crud, what pencils do we use? Especially when we're doing such a limited color palette, we wanna make sure that we are not forgetting any of them. Okay, Aquarius. I do differently. I sort the pencils by color group and then do quick swatch and then line them up in order. Ah, there you go. All right, so this one is Forget Me Not. I know this seems like a lot of prep beforehand, but honestly, it'll come in handy once we get further along. They look like Black Widows. How the color? So they are Black Widows. They are, and yeah, they're really good. Yeah, it's super pigmented. All right, so this one is Zephyr Blue. Yeah, but with the anticipation for the new set, it seemed appropriate to use these, and I haven't used them in ages, so I was just like, this seems like a good time. All right, so this one is Ocean. Okay, then we have Opal. Then we have Sky. These slightly turquoise ones are gonna be good for using on the leaves. Okay, then this one is Denim. We're gonna be glad later that we wrote all these down. Okay, Storm Blue, that one's really nice. Okay, then we have Blue Moon. Nobody saw that. Nope, nothing. Right? It's such a nice color. All right, Burgundy. Honestly, I have very few colors that I dislike, except, which one is it? Is it this one? There's a set that has a pencil called Mold. I don't like that. I don't like pencils where the names gross me out. All right, and then this one is Brown Bug. Nothing. Nothing. I clearly sharpened these way too sharp. Oh my goodness. No, pencil snaps. I'd say half my sets have never been swatched. I'm not a swatcher. I like to have the reference. Okay, so here are our, no, the snappy modes. I don't know what you're talking about. There was no pencil snappage here. You just, what? Who said that? I didn't. Okay, I know we're 30 minutes in already, but sometimes, you know, it takes a little prep. All right, so here is our color list here. All right, so we're gonna keep that as a reference. Okay, so then we're gonna keep these ones over here, the black, and there we go. And yes, Ev, I know I have the thing that that you sent, but right now it has my Pablos in it, and I haven't taken them out yet. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump on into one of these large flowers and actually get some coloring done, yeah? Yep, shh, you saw nothing. You saw nothing. All right, let's start with Storm Blue, actually. Okay. Here we go, Storm Blue, and then we're gonna grab Forget Me Not. Good morning, Tina. Let's see. Forget Me Not, and no high def speakers. Well, that's why it helps sometimes, Ingrid, to kind of limit yourself. When you set yourself a limited color palette, then you're like, okay, so only these few, and especially when you have such a large set and it can feel overwhelming, then it's nice to kind of just limit yourself. All right, so we are starting with Storm Blue, Forget Me Not, and Denim, okay? Let's see, let's pop the light up on that just a smidge. There we go. All right, so Storm Blue is what we are going to start with. Okay, so I finished my audiobook, The Wheel of Time. I'm gonna wait till next month till my next Audible credit comes in and get the other one. I like how it ended. There's definitely a lot more of the story to tell. And I'm curious how they develop more relationships. There's just a lot of questions still that need answered, but we'll wait till it gets, you know, to the next book. All right. So we're just gonna add this around. I know some of you are still waiting on your 30 days of creativity, but for those of you that have it, what have you colored in it so far? So we're adding our darkest blue where the petals overlap because we're gonna have shadows there. And we'll probably go in and add some burgundy or some brown bug on top of that. Right, Ingrid? Me too. Well, the page that I posted today of the nameplate that I did on a buddy color with Barber Color, I did Ergo Soft with that one. Do only prime colors, and to get the non-prime colors, you layer and blend. Yes, that is good. I need more information than that. Is it worth over 700 pages of my time? I liked it. I liked it. So the very beginning of the book, it was slow, and I realized too, I made a mistake. Apparently there's another book, like almost a prequel before it. And so I'm wondering if it would have made more sense if I had read that. But I almost wonder if it was a prequel of the book that came afterwards. It's like something the spring. And I was just like, oh crud, I missed it. So it took me a little bit to get in the rhythm of it for the first chapter or two. And then there's a point where like things start to happen and you know, like I don't want to give it away if you haven't read it. I mean, the book's been out for 30 years, but it's a good book series. And so things start to happen and then you get kind of invested in it and you're like, oh, okay. And then you start to remember which characters are which and everything. Is new on Prime? Well, I know that they're coming out with a TV series. I'm going to read it, and since it's complete, I thought I would start, but not if it's not worth my time. I like it, Shannon. I like it. I think because it's spread out across so many books, I think that they feel like they can take their time with like the developing relationships and characters. From what I hear, I was reading the reviews about the next book. And like there's some character changes that are going to happen that make some characters that maybe you dislike, you like them more. They really set it up for a lot of character development. And from what I hear, the way the books are written, like it all ties back into one another. Like you really need to pay attention to what's going on because things that are said will legitimately be referenced and explained later on in the book. So it's good. Hi, Mary. Hi, Sefwin. Just listened to Eye of Time and thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoy it. And honestly, I chose to read the book before I realized there was a series coming out. So now I'm kind of curious to see how they develop the series. But I'm left with a lot of questions, and I'm really curious to see kind of where it's going to go from here. So Shannon, I think you would enjoy it. Right, it is. It's that one is Storm Blue. Okay, so now we're going to use Forget Me Not. I mean, it's hard to know without knowing exactly what kind of books you like, but it's definitely of the fantasy fantasy genre. But I like those kind of books. Like I am all about like the mystical wizards and unicorns. There's no unicorns, at least not that I know of. I don't know, maybe there'll be unicorns in later books, but as of now, there's no unicorns. But they really paint a really good picture of all the characters and everything. So I'm excited to read the next book. Well, the first book will be here today. Oh, awesome. See, I have to do Audible. I do not have the time or patience to just sit down and read the books. I don't know, maybe I should. It'd probably be cheaper. But I usually have my plate so full, you know, my schedule's packed or whatever, that I want to be able to do it. Plus, a lot of times when I go to pick up the kids, it's a little bit of a drive to the school, and then I have to sit in the car pickup line for a little while. So a lot of times I will listen to audiobooks on the way to pick up, and then I'll bring like work for me to do while I'm there. So I'll listen to audiobooks. I mean, I get a good solid hour and a half of listening time in. What is it about in a nutshell? I don't even think I could say what it's about in a nutshell right now. There is a group So for the book that I read, I'll try not to give any spoilers away. There is a group of young people that are wanted by the main villain. And it's the book that I read, it's about their journey to get to this city that they need to and the shenanigans that ensue. Have you read the Mist of Avalon series by Marion Zimmer? I haven't, but considering Avalon's right up there with King Arthur, I would probably love it. Oh, yeah, Mary's picture. Mary, that's the picture we're going to color after this one. Always worth it to check if your library has the book, so if you don't like it. Okay, so I'll be honest, I haven't been to the library since the pandemic went down. I don't know. I think I'm just... I don't know. I suppose I could wipe the books down, but I haven't been there in ages. Kids always got a cold when we went, mostly because I take them up to play with the toys, but I have to physically read fantasy. I can't listen to fantasy. Oh, that's fair. What is your best crayons that you love and can't stop using? Staedtler Ergosoft. Yeah, there's a lot of traveling. Yeah, a lot of traveling. All right, we're gonna use Brown Bug now. But it's good. I mean, I feel like it's a good book if you can be invested in the characters. If the book makes you want to know more about a character's history and backstory, I take that as a good sign. And that's the case right now. Like, I am curious to see what happens in these characters' lives. Kind of like Lord of the Rings. Yes, exactly. On a different vein, has anyone read ER Nurses by James Patterson? All true stories and pretty interesting. I haven't, but if it's true stories, I don't know. I think it's part of the reason why I like fantasy stories. It's a bit of escapism for me, just because the world as a whole kind of sucks right now. And hearing about like true stories and stuff, I guess if they have happy endings, that's fine. But yeah. I need my escapism stories. Brown Bug, strange name. Oh, Patricia, there is a whole lot of strange names. Have you watched Lock and Key on Netflix? I've seen it, like I've heard of it. Is it, what's the genre? Like, is it suspense? Is it fantasy? Let's see, Storm Blue. I actually watched Return of the Jedi, Steve, last night. But don't know the book? Yeah, I'll have to look it up. Ooh, you know what I should make? I should make like a books channel in the Discord. We've got like TVs and shows and stuff. That way everybody can put like their book recommendations. Like, ooh, we could call it like book club channel or something. That could work. Could put all of our book suggestions. Sorry, I can't remember if I said we're using Storm Blue at the moment. It's not gory or anything. It almost seems fantasy because of the unusual occurrences. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I don't really do scary. I don't do scary. I mean, I guess, sorry, I went out of focus. I mean, I guess Wheel of Time definitely has some suspenseful moments. I guess scary in the sense of like psychological scary, I can't do. I mean, I've seen Jason Momoa shows and, you know, that's just, you know, action and Jason Momoa swinging around a sword and, you know, being Jason Momoa. Thanks, Raymond. Yeah, I thought they were real pretty. I was just like, limited color palette seems good today. Okay, and then Forget Me Not. Yeah, but if I just sit down and read the book, I feel like I'm not being productive enough. Okay, so Dune series, Ev. If you've read the Dune series, have you seen is it in theaters right now? I think it's on HBO Max. Have you watched Dune yet? I heard that the show or the movie or whatever, like, just pales in comparison to the books. Like, I was interested in it, but now people, like, I was reading things where they're just like, yeah, it's in comparison to the books. Like, it's just, I mean, I know that's the case with a lot of stuff, but let's see. It's listed on Wikipedia, supernatural horror drama, but if you can handle Harry Potter, you can handle, yeah, that's fair. Because I also, you know, I enjoy like Angel and Buffy and stuff. And technically, Buffy and Angel are in the horror genre. But I mean, Angel in itself is a little bit of a darker series than Buffy is anyway. Yes, seen Dune. Nelly, what did you think? And hello, Nelly. I want to read the Dune series. Oh, do you have fairy and fantasy grayscale coloring book from Christine? I think I do. I think I do, actually. Now I'm curious. But a lot of her stuff I will get PDFs anyway. Let's see. I have for Christine Karen. Yes, I have fairy and fantasy grayscale. This one here. A lot of times I'll scan in her pages and reprint them on my paper anyway. And fantasy and fairy tale characters. She's so good. She's so talented. Yeah, oh, most definitely. Like, even just take Harry Potter, for instance. There is so much stuff that got left out of Harry Potter. Eating breakfast. What'd you have for breakfast, Mary? I've not seen the new movie yet. I will get it when it comes on DVD. No movie theater for me, but I've seen the older movie. In fact, I have the 2 cuts of the movie. Okay, yeah. And I think it is on HBO. I don't know if you have HBO or not, but I think it is on there. But no, I'm the same with you. I'm like, I'd rather just wait until we can, you know, see it streaming. I'm just using the Caran d'Ache blender at the moment, just to kind of smooth things out. I'm not actually using it to blend. I've said it multiple times, even on like videos that I've done recently. I don't really use it to blend so much as I use it to burnish. Let's see. It's actually a really good adaptation in my opinion. I've read the Dune series, but not the stuff written by his son. Oh, okay. Yeah, because see, that's the other thing with the Wheel of Time one is I guess after he passed away, his son picked up and finished the series. So, I mean, we'll see. 14 books is a lot. And if I'm only purchasing the books whenever I get my Audible credit, it's probably going to take me over a year. Well, I mean, there's 14 books, 12 months in a year. Yeah, it'll probably take me over a year to finish the whole series. No, that's fair, Ev. That's fair. I get that. Okay, let's get our dusting brush. Good morning, Julie. You have the green one. It's amazing. Oh, they're so good. I love Christine Karen. Well, we're going to be doing, let's see, do I have, because I'm pretty sure I have it printed out already. And we are going to, yep, here it is. I've had it sitting here ready and waiting to color it. I just haven't had a chance. This was the freebie that Christine Karen offered up in her Facebook group. I don't know if it's still there. Is it still available? Or maybe it's in her store now. I don't know. She is putting out new stuff all the time. She's so immensely talented. But we're going to use Everblends on this, and we'll do this page after we finish this one. They're so nice, Mrs. Butterfly. I love them. All right, let's do the middle here. And let's grab, let's see. Aquarius is what we're going to grab here. Yeah, Brandon Sanderson. But the funny thing is like I started a Brandon Sanderson book. I can't even remember the name of it, but I struggled with keeping up on it. If I know nothing about the series, like I needed to grab me and I needed to not be so confusing. I think that's a lot of times why I like to watch the movie first so I have some sort of context. Oh, and this was Opal, and then we're going to use Sky here. Nelly says, which color pencils are you using? We are using the Black Widow color pencils. Oh, imagination. Okay, let's grab Burgundy. Has all the Dune books and ends. Our husky was named Dune. Oh, I love that, Julie. So then, wait a minute, has he seen the movie? I'm really curious, like actual opinions on movie versus book. Just from all the mixed reviews I've heard. All right, let's do these leaves now, shall we? And we're gonna do them in this kind of aqua color. So we're gonna start with Aquarius. Where did I put that? Hang on. All right, we have Opal, Sky. Am I a crazy person? Where did I put it? Storm Blue, Denim. Forget Me Not. Oh my gosh, I was looking right at it. Plus, watching at home, I get to eat flavored popcorn versus just regular butter popcorn. That is true. Which of the Black Widow sets would you recommend starting with? I haven't tried any yet. If you like to do skin tones, I would go with one of those. Otherwise, I would just start with the standard Black Widow set. I do. I don't have any of hers, but part of it is because I have so many illustrators. Like I like very specific illustrators, and so I probably find that I purchase supplies more than I purchase more books, if that makes sense. The movie in 3D, she said, is really good. Okay. All right, so we're gonna start with Aquarius. And by the way, if I miss anything in chat, let me know. I try to keep up with most of it, but on occasion I miss it. Don't take it personally at all. Heck, there was a day Steve had talked in chat and I completely missed him, and I'm married to him. So if I can miss Steve's chat, then it's very possible I'll miss yours. Okay. Okay, so we're just using Aquarius here. We're gonna do the same here, and then we're gonna be getting some of that burgundy in there for these kind of overlapping shadow parts here. Thanks, Tina. Well, we're gonna do the whole page in blues. Full-on limited color palette. Sometimes it's just nice to kind of challenge yourself to something different. Helps you to think outside the box a little bit. Oh, Celine, I'm so sorry. Well, hello, Celine. It's hard for me to keep up sometimes because a lot of times my eyes will go directly to the bottom of the chat just out of default. And if something's up at the top and then it suddenly moves up, I'm just like, oops. My Firescape book never arrived. Something wrong with delivery. Oh, Julie, I'm so sorry. If it helps you feel any better, I don't think you're alone in that. I think a lot of people have been having a hard time with delivery for all kinds of things. All right, so we're using Opal now. Okay, good. Yeah, I usually try to keep up with it, but sometimes it just slips right past me. I swear it's never on purpose. I mean, there are some times where I choose not to read things, but I know because they're not directed at me, or you know, if for some reason we've had like a trolley type of person in chat, I don't read that. Blue is the new green, right? Oh, nice, Nelly. All right, sky. All right, we need to get some kind of contrasty colors in here. So let's grab burgundy. Okay, so right under here is where most of the shadow's gonna be. And once we get a lot of these down, we're probably gonna add some, even use some black, like even right here. Actually, we might do that after we're done with this. Okay, let's use a little bit of that burgundy up along the middle there. All the ships that deliver goods sitting out on the seas. Yeah, it's tough. The embossing pen said it was delivered, but it was not delivered to me. Oh no! Sounds good, Patricia. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Aw, thanks, Nelly. Did I find a cinnamon flavor? Cinnamon flavor popcorn. Interesting. Yeah, I had a package that was supposed to be here for the kid's birthday. It was supposed to be delivered to the P.O. box. And it was like supposed to, anyway, it was like 5 days late. And so I go to the post office and I'm just like, so this said it was delivered, like here's the tracking. And they hummed and hawed about it. And like, we're back there searching for an hour. Finally, they found it. And it was just sitting in the post office. Our mail delivery system here is seriously flawed. So just so you know, if for some reason you ever send me anything and I never say anything, double check with me because my post office cannot be trusted. Because I will always let you know when something arrives. But I was just like, you know, I got lucky with that one. I knew it was coming and I had the tracking, but what if something arrives and I don't know about it and then it's just forever gone? Thanks, post office. Okay, so I'm just using Aquarius right now. One of my birthday presents is sitting in a ship near California. Oh no! Pumpkin spice popcorn. So is there any salt on it or is it like sugar and spice? All right, we're gonna use Opal now. Make sure we leave enough room for the highlight color here. Okay, then we're gonna use Sky. They're just kind of backed up and not able to deliver a lot. Okay, I'm gonna use our blender now. You even snap the blender? My goodness, I'm just a snapperoo. Okay, gonna smooth that all out. I think we're gonna grab some of our black. I wanna get some really deep dark colors here. Not too much though, not too much. Okay, so let's grab our black. Oh, double Christmas, there you go. All right. So we're gonna add in just a tiny bit of black here. Get a nice kind of dark color here. Next door neighbor's dog is barking. If you hear that, I apologize. Okay, let's use our blender. No, I didn't. You saw nothing. Oh, sugar and spice. That's nice. Kids from senior class and have issues taking care. Oh gosh. Yeah, Tina. Okay. Just gonna kind of smooth that out a little bit. There we go. We got a nice kind of shadow color there. Let's take just a tiny bit of this black along where these petals overlap. Don't want to use a ton. Just a tiny bit. Okay. And a little bit there. Okay. Cool. I'm happy with that. All right, let's move on here. Like, I'm tempted to start the background, but I kind of wanna wait, kind of see where this all takes me. All right, let's get Blue Moon now. All right, Blue Moon, and let's get, let's see. Why don't we do Blue Moon, Blue Horizon, and let's grab denim again. I have a feeling we're gonna be using denim a lot. Thanks, Kenny. Haha, right, Ev? I'm right there with you. Okay, so Blue Moon. Let's do some of these little flowers, yeah? Make sure we're in focus. There we go. All right, so these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these are all gonna be the same color. So we're gonna go through with all of it here. If you really want to challenge yourself and you have extra of the pencil, try doing a 1 pencil challenge and color the whole page with just 1 pencil. That one's rough. Oh, you can add a layer even if you use, yes, absolutely. Yeah, I do it all the time. I mean, you have to know it won't blend the same way as it did before you added the blender, but yes. Because a lot of times it will change, like how strong this color is, or maybe it might blend out a color that you didn't quite want completely blended out. And so it helps to be able to change it afterwards. Hang on, I want to give this I want a nice sharp point for this. There we go. Okay. So we are just using Blue Moon at the moment. Usually use a Prismacolor blender. I don't have any Caran d'Ache pencils. Oof, oof. Single pencils, yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I actually did a whole video on blenders. Sounds good, Ev. On different kinds of blenders. So if you want an idea of good blenders to use, you can check out that video. That is a Let's Talk video. I have a playlist full of all the Let's Talk episodes. But yeah, we go over a bunch of different blenders. Okay. Yeah, I absolutely love the Caran d'Ache blender. I haven't tried one of the pencil blenders yet, but I'm kind of hooked on the sticks. Plus, I stocked up on them. Okay. So we're just using Blue Moon all the way through. We're just doing all these flowers at the same time here. Aw, thanks, Kenny. Appreciate that. There you go, Ingrid. Kenny shared the link for that video right there. Okay. Aw, thanks, Miss Butterfly. Yeah, I've been enjoying them. It's been nice to mix it up. There we go. Okay, almost done with this color. Okay, cool. I think we got them all. All right, let's see. What else did we have that we were using? Was it? Yeah, Blue Horizon and then Denim. Okay, let's move this here a little bit. There we go. All right, so Blue Horizon now. So the idea is with all the different blues, we'll get slight variations on the blue flowers and they won't all look the same. In fact, I think instead of the sky, let's use, or instead of denim, we're gonna use sky. Give it a little bit of a greenish hue to it. Okay, so we're just using Blue Horizon now. Make sure we're still in frame, yeah. I know when I do this, like it really lightens up because my hand is here most of the time. I try to, what paper am I using? Hi, Melissa, I am using the paper that came in the book. So this is from 30 Days of Creativity. So this is just the standard Johanna Basford coloring book paper. However, if you are looking for paper to print your pages on, I really like the Neenah cardstock. You can type in !Neenah, N-E-E-N-A-H. The color makes me thinking of azul, words are hard. Azuleiros they have in Portugal. I was coloring 30 days earlier with ErgoSoft. I sometimes get an indentation through the other side of the same piece of paper. I put a sheet of paper in between, but I must be pressing too hard. Yeah, so the ErgoSoft are a harder leaded pencil, so you're gonna wanna use a bit of a lighter hand and do light layers. Oh, thanks, Barbara. The ErgoSoft are really kind of what helped train me into learning how to color with a lighter hand, for sure. So if you're getting an indentation on the other side, then yeah, definitely, you know, take your time, slow down a little bit, and just, yeah, use light layers. The picture that I posted on my Instagram today, I did that one all in ErgoSofts. About the idea of this book? Oh, I love it. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, I think it's great. It's still like a kind of, you know, draw along, but not quite like How to Draw Inky Wonderlands. Like, I feel like How to Draw Inky Wonderlands is like a precursor to that book, if that makes sense. All right, now we're gonna use Sky. That's our lightest color here. Thanks, Ingrid. Awesome, Annette. Practice makes progress. Okay, we're just gonna fill this in now. Almost there. I'll look up the chat in just a second. There we go. Yes, yeah, holding it towards the back also helps. All right, we're gonna use, let's see, let's use burgundy. Do we want burgundy or brown bug? Let's use burgundy. Right, I know, it's so pretty. All right, so now we're gonna use burgundy. And then we'll add another layer of our blues and then blend it out. A miniature World of Flowers book? I could see that being good. I mean, she's done the mini Enchanted Forest and mini Secret Garden. I think a mini Magical Jungle first before World of Flowers, I think would be nice. Right, Kenny? I love blues. They're so nice. Yeah, I got you, Tina. You're good. Okay, so we're just gonna use a little bit of burgundy here. And when we're done with these flowers, I think we'll switch to some leaves. Here we go. Oh, almost missed this one. Okay. All right, let's grab Blue Moon again. Oh, I missed this one. This is hard when you're doing lots of the same little flower. It's easy to miss one or two. Here we go. All right, Blue Moon. Well, I got 12 of the Advent calendar days done. Hey, quick question for you. Because Corey and I were chatting, we couldn't quite remember. When you do an Advent calendar, I know some of them are in order, but when you do an Advent calendar, say it's a coloring one, do you prefer... I thought traditionally the days are meant to be out of order because that's part of the deal is that you kind of like hunt for them. But would you prefer an Advent calendar where the numbered days are in order, or do you like the out of order days? Oh, thanks, Tina. So I'm trying to decide how to do it. To color or to draw, Ingrid? I'll probably do a lot of Christmas pages in December. And coming up in December too, we have the Arteza Advent Calendar, and my plan is daily uploads of opening those too. Oh, we got a, okay, hey, so we got multiple, oh, and hi, Ams. Let's do a poll, okay? Advent calendar mixed up or in order? Hang on. Okay, mixed up. Tina, in order. All right, there you go. Cast your vote. Oh, Ingrid says both. Well, maybe after we after the poll, I'll give you guys a sneak peek of the first 12 pages, or the first 12 days. I might reorder them though, based on when they're all done, so we have a good spacing of images. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. What does... There we go. All right, in order so far is winning. In order is winning. All right, so Blue Horizon. Go over that. I like searching for the right day. Okay. Because it's like there's what's traditionally done, and then there's the what would everybody prefer, you know? And I was just like, Okay. So we're just using Blue Horizon here, and then we're going to use Sky, and then we're going to blend it all through. And then we might add in a little bit of black as well for some of these overlapping flowers. Give it a little bit of depth. Oh, out of order. I didn't see their emoji. Out of order. What? Oh, it's getting close to 50-50. 46% so far says mixed up. 54% says in order. That's hilarious. Okay, almost done with this color. Traditional is always good. Okay, okay. All right, so now we're gonna do Sky. Well, I'll tell you right now, the whole thing is gonna be food themed. I know I mentioned it before, but I chose like foods from around the world. So obviously not from everywhere, but you know, the more popular foods or more common foods, I suppose. Yes, there will be fruitcake on there. Despite the fact that no one actually likes eating fruitcake, it will be on there. You're good, Ingrid. Offer both. Okay. All right. Did I get all the sky on there? I think so. All right. Let's use the blender. These are neck and neck, man. It literally neck. It had just moved to 50-50. 50% want it mixed up. 50% like it in order. Hi, Boots. Oh, your hubby likes fruitcake. Okay, nice. All right, we're gonna use the blender here. Right, it'll just make you super hungry and ready for the holidays. I'm thinking I'm gonna use gel pen for the middle of these flowers. As long as we stick with the same color palette, that should be okay. Okay, so just blending these on through. There we go. Do you know when Amazon will have the new black window pencils? I don't. Soon. I know soon. I did check. I checked when I scheduled this last night, and they weren't up yet. But yeah, soon. Soony, soon, soon. All right, let's use a little bit of Midnight, where some of these flowers are overlapping. Not overlapping too much. We'll show more of a shadow on the leaves when we do it. There we go. Keep checking every day. Yeah, I think you're in good company with that one. Hi, Michelle. How are you? All right, let's do some of these leaves. I checked in the UK about half an hour ago, right? We're all just like, okay, is it time? Okay, I want to do a little bit of a different color combination than this one. Let's get the real dark Zephyr Blue. Let's do Zephyr Blue and then Opal and Sky. Oh, Michelle, thank you. Was that 16 months? Awesome, Michelle, with your little blue pencil. Can we get some hypes in chat for Michelle? And those handy dandy emotes. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the memberships, what that gets you is all of these handy dandy emotes to use in comments and in live chats, as well as whenever I have new merch in the Etsy store, members get discounts on that as well. All right, let's see, are you going to make us an updated color chart with all the sets? When I get the set, probably. I don't know how quickly afterwards, but... Oh, and Michelle, thank you. Can we get some more hypes in chat for Michelle? Appreciate you, Michelle. Thank you for that. All right, so let's grab Zephyr Blue. Thank you so much, Michelle. Appreciate you. Actually, I think we're gonna skip Sky. I think we're gonna make these a little bit darker. So we're gonna use Zephyr Blue and just Opal. But it's also gonna be a matter of A, when I get them, and B, when I have time to do it, because making the charts, especially adding in where colors are already established, is gonna be a little time consuming. So I'll have to fit it in. But eventually, yes, eventually that will be the plan. Hi, Ruthie. Sounds good, Annette. We'll still be here for another hour or so. Gonna sip of water here. Okay. Sounds good. Have fun with the dentist? Do we have fun at the dentist? Do we say good luck for the dentist? I suppose that's what you're going to the dentist for. Either way, we'll mix the two. Good fun at the dentist, Kenny. Gonna be one made at some point. Yeah, at some point there will be, for sure. All right, so we're just gonna keep using Zephyr Blue here. There we go. Yeah, these will be nice, kind of darker ones. Sounds good, Ingrid. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. The cool thing with the memberships too is that the more we unlock, the more emotes we can unlock as well. So I think, because I have the goal set at 50, because if we hit 50, then that is when we unlock another emote slot. So that's always fun. All right, so Zephyr Blue. Okay, it's coming along, it's coming along. And then we'll add the opal. And then we may actually skip the brown bug or the burgundy and go straight to black because we're making nice dark leaves. Okay, let's see, two more flowers. All right, so obviously we have Thanksgiving coming up. Christmas isn't here yet, but we'll just generalize it as the holidays. What is your favorite part about preparing for the holidays? I think I probably enjoy the decorating and seeing the kids get all excited. All right, that's it for that color. Now we're gonna move on to how to slow down your productivity. Watch color streams. But I approve. You're good, Eb. You're good. All right, so opal now. Gonna go ahead and fill this in. So we only use the 2 colors on these leaves, and that is okay. We might use brown bug on it. We'll see. We'll see how it looks when we get it all filled in. Oh wait, do you plan on doing a project after Christmas with all the advent calendar stuff from Arteza? So do you mean... So Dee, my plan is, now here's the thing, I'm still working out because I'm gonna actually start filming them soon because it's pretty unrealistic of me to think that I could film and post in the same day, every day of December. So I'm gonna be opening them and doing it early. What I'd like to do, and it's hard for me to plan exactly what I'm going to do until I know what I'm opening. And so I know it's in the box, but I don't know what I'm opening the day of. What I'd like to do is come up with some sort of craft for each day. Like obviously if it's like a single tube of paint, that's limiting. But the idea is to get inspiration from the individual items that are in there. So ideally what'll happen is I'll film myself opening it and then I will do some sort of little project with it. We'll see. I don't know how well that's gonna plan out. Like, so I just have to start opening it and see what happens. Planning for lots of family saying, oh, that's nice. So yeah, I have to kind of wait and see what each day is, but I'm hoping to do a little bit of something each day when I open it. And then maybe like use them all on one thing, like on the last one. I don't know, but I want to get them filmed ahead of time and get them scheduled up so they literally go up every day of December. But that just means I got to start filming soon. I honestly plan to start on November 1st, but I haven't got around to it yet. But I'm excited to open it. I'm excited to open it for sure. And I think last I checked, they were out of stock, but they should be going back in stock soon. I know that they're planning on getting some more. All right, so let's go ahead and use, that's Blue Moon. I want Brown Bug. Oh, awesome, Melissa. Oh, that's nice, Tina. I love that. All right, so Brown Bug. But like I got some stuff at Hobby Lobby, specifically some craft stuff. I found some actually really cool kind of mine on a shelf, trying to ignore it for the most part, right? I found these at Hobby Lobby. I thought the square ones are kind of cool, so we'll definitely be utilizing some of these. So I have these that are square. They're glass cube ornaments. I definitely wanted glass over plastic, but I thought these would be kind of fun. And then I have some plain circle ones. So it's a start for like crafting stuff. And so it'll depend on, you know, what I have at the house. You know, I don't want to go crazy getting supplies for it, but I want to try, you know, maybe one day we can do card making or something, you know? Oh, that could be fun, Tina. So the idea is I'll use whatever is in that slot for the day to inspire a particular craft. Oh, let's take a look at the poll here. All right, in order seems to be winning. They're pretty close, but in order seems to be winning. So maybe I'll go ahead and put them in order. All right, so let's see, where were we? Brown Bug. Here we go. But yeah, so that's the plan, because I'd like to post every day. So we'll plan ahead a little bit. So like I said, like some days, like I think there's like one's just gonna be just like a single paintbrush, I think, if I remember correctly. And so it's like, okay, well that's not a supplies, but maybe we could at least test it out and try it out and do something with it. All right, let's go ahead and blend these. Nobody saw that or heard that. There was no snappage. None whatsoever. In order of numbers. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, actually, you guys want to sneak peek now? I printed it wrong, so I need to reprint it, but I'll give you guys a little sneaky peek of the first 12. Like I said, I might reorder some, but this is what I have so far. So we have gingerbread, hot chocolate, pumpkin pie, tamales. We have little mincemeat pies, a little mulled wine. We've got the little Christmas pudding, trifle, Yule log. I think it's called a panettone. It's an Italian bread. I forget what these are, like Polish cookies, I think. And then this one's the fruit cake, but that's all I'll show you. I have a whole other 12 to draw, a whole other 12. The gouache, yes. Yeah, same. I've never tried it before, so I'm curious like what the consistency is in comparison to like acrylic and whatnot. But whenever it's done, that will be up on my Etsy store. Okay. Did you go to art school? So technically, yes. I went to school for a couple years. I was an art major, but I never actually finished. But yes, I did go for a little while. So I like up to my sophomore year until I realized that I hate school. I'll be perfectly honest. Like, I just wanted to do all the fun art stuff and I didn't want to take all the prerequisites. Like, economics is boring. I am just the poster child of, yeah, go to college. It's super fun. They are popsicle sticks and have their names on and post them on Instagram. Oh, that's cute. I mean, you should go to school, especially if it's a vocation you want to do, but I'm using Midnight now. I did not enjoy it, nor did I have the attention span for it. If I could go to an art school where I just only do art and don't have to do all the other stuff, that'd be great. The thing of it is, though, is like I have friends who were going to college with me at the same time and they got a degree. But these days, unless you're willing to go to at least your master's degree, depending on the field you're going into, like it doesn't guarantee you a job. She has a bachelor's in English and is not doing anything with it. Like it's hard. So yeah, I've thought about going back, but yeah, I don't know. Does that make me a bad person that I just don't like school? I'll encourage my kids to go to school, you know, depending on what they want to do. Little Steve wants to be an architect, so he'll probably have to go to school for that. I'm such a good role model, like seriously. Paul and Anna, if you're watching, you still need to go to college. Do the school things. Do the stuff. Sorry, Catherine. Aw, thanks, Mrs. Butterfly. All right. Here we have, and like, don't get me wrong, I did learn stuff in school, especially, I remember mostly like the arts stuff. Also, Battle of Hastings happened in 1066. That is all I retained from my history class. There's a lot of things I definitely picked up in my art classes that I remember. Okay, let's do some more leaves. Let's do some lighter colored leaves. So let's grab ocean. Ocean and sky, I think. Here's ocean and sky. Okay, so let's do these leaves here and these leaves here. Okay, so we're using ocean right now. Well, and honestly, I mean, I agree. Honestly, I'm just glad that I discovered it before I got, you know, too many student loans and then was just like, well, that was great. I don't know. If my life had taken me in a different direction, I probably would have felt the need to go back to school just because, you know, I know what I want to do with my life. And had I been in any other situation, I would have probably needed school behind me to do that. But I am blessed enough that I can work from home and I have the time to work on my art and everything else. And doing a lot of this has opened up some other job opportunities for me that has kind of led to other things, what with learning social media and everything else. And so without having done all this, those job opportunities wouldn't have opened up, because this isn't all I do. I have another IRL job that has tied into what I have learned doing all of this. They have to teach you everything because a bachelor's degree is more well-rounded. Master's and PhD are more focused on your major. Yes, agreed. When I was in school, I didn't want to be there. Now I'm such a nerd. I love learning all kinds of things. See, there you go. Sky. But I went for a couple years. And then after Steve and I got married, we made the decision to have kids, and then, I don't know, all just sort of developed from there, and now I'm definitely more of a I've learned on the job kind of thing, if that makes sense. Are you doing a craft every day in December? Yes, so I have that, I'm using Ocean now. I have that advent calendar from Arteza, and I want to film it ahead of time, but the idea is I'm going to open every day of the advent calendar and then do some sort of craft inspired by whatever I open in there. So some, you know, there's one that's going to be just a paintbrush one day. So we'll just like play with the paintbrush that day or something. So it's not going to be anything like no massive hardcore crafts, but the idea is it will inspire, whatever I open that day will inspire some sort of craft. So, you know, maybe we'll make a card one day, or maybe we'll paint an ornament. It kind of just depends on what I open up. And because I don't know what is there for each day, it's hard for me to like say what it's going to be. You know what I mean? Marketing and business are very helpful for artists to sell their work. I think that's why they teach those subjects. Yeah, because when I was in school, I was a art major and business minor. How do you color pictures like this when you have open flowers and leaves on your left side? Oh, like right here? I just make my own line. I honestly think vocational schools are better than a four-year school. Teaching jobs that are in high demand is important. That is true. A lot of artists I know are self-taught. It really depends on the primary medium. Oh, absolutely, Boots. Absolutely. All right, so burgundy. I mean, honestly, where I'm at now all started because of all of this. And, you know, honestly, if it wasn't, you know, we joke how much I love Johanna books and everything, but if it wasn't for finding those, I wouldn't have developed what I'm doing into it now. So like when she contacted me to color some pages in her book, afterwards, as a thank you, she had sent me some art supplies, and it really kind of re-sparked my joy for doing art as it is. And eventually, you know, I grew the social media and everything else. And now what I do aside from this is some social media management, and it's just become a bit of an expertise in social media, which is something that is helpful to different companies based on how they want to grow their audience. So that has allowed me to utilize what I have learned from all of this and yet still do my own art. I mean, and who knows, maybe someday I'll end up doing a book. It's hard to see, you know, where this will all end up going, but, you know, without the jump of this, then I wouldn't have been able to do any of it. And I suddenly realized I left off this leaf here. Let's blend these leaves and then let's go do this one behind it. So it's all kind of, you know, tied in together and worked out, and, you know, I'm excited to see where it's gonna go in the future, but doing all of this has definitely opened up other opportunities for me that wouldn't have been there otherwise. It is. And so unless you're in the thick of it or you've had the experience with it, and honestly, as much as, you know, social media can be really hard in the sense of, you know, trying to manage it, and just social media in general, it can be rough. You know, the internet cannot be, it can be not a kind place, but the fact of the matter is it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So being able to understand social media and the tech side of it is incredibly useful. And it's something that if you don't understand it, you know, want to find somebody that does. And so knowing and understanding that is incredibly helpful. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, as far as TikTok is concerned, I'm a noob. I don't really understand it very much, but things like YouTube and Twitter and Instagram, you know, algorithms and whatnot, it's all about knowing what you need to know to grow. On starting a YouTube channel? I definitely could. Okay, so we're gonna grab Aquarius. The thing of it is, though, is part of it is understanding, you know, like what can you do to bring, you know, bring vision, you know, bring eyes to your channel or your different, whatever it is that you're doing. Part of it has to do with understanding your demographic and understanding, you know, your audience. But there are a lot of general things that you can do, and part of it is consistency, part of it is branding. Opal now. And I'm not an expert by any means. I still have a lot to learn. I mean, my channel is small potatoes in comparison to the world of YouTube, but there are a lot of different tips I've picked up over time to help make things consistent. Now we're gonna use Sky. Okay, and I think I used Burgundy on this. Please do a flower book. Honestly, I think if somebody were to come to me right now and say, hey, we like your stuff, can you make a book for us? I'd probably do some flowers, but to be perfectly honest, there are a lot of flower books out there. I mean, we're coloring one of them right now, but like Rachel Reinert is coming out with a brand new flower book. You have the immensely talented Maggie Interios. Obviously, we have all of Johanna Bashford's books. So I think if someone were to come to me right now and said, hey, can you make us a coloring book? Truth be told, I'll probably do it on food. Sounds good, Tina. Let's see, Aquarius. But a big part of it too is luck, honestly. Like hard work, yes. But it's like you ask anybody who's, now I've never had anything go viral, obviously. But you ask anybody who has had anything go viral and you say, how did you do it? How did you get your video to go viral? A lot of times they'll be like, I don't know really. Like it's usually a surprise to them when it happens. And it's just like, oh, okay, people liked that content. And then they can build off there and be like, okay, well, this is what went viral and this is why people liked it. And then they start building a lot of their content off that. So, you know, be hungry all the time. Aw, Ev, thank you. You're so sweet. Aww. Thank you, Ev. But, you know, and I'd be lying if I said that part of my growth wasn't because, you know, of Johanna's help. You know, in the beginning, she reshared a lot of my stuff. And when she sends me her books, you know, that helps also. So I'm not one to say, oh, I got here all by myself. Look at me and my skill. No, I've had help along the way, and I'm not gonna say otherwise, you know, but that's another big reason why, you know, I do my interviews and everything else. You know, it's a way of kind of giving back to the community, and I want to help where I can. And you know, that's one thing I like about this community is that, you know, we're all about help. I'm using Midnight here, helping each other. And like I said, I'm not a giant channel, but if what I have can help somebody else, you know, build theirs, I'm all for it. Okay, let's use a little bit more black here. Here we go. All right, it's coming along. Oh, they'll be so excited, Ev. You're so sweet. All right, let's see. Let's zoom out just a bit. See how we're feeling about this. Oh, thanks, Mrs. Butterfly. What do we think? Yeah? It's gonna be so pretty when it's all done in blue. I really want to jump on the background, but I want to wait and see what the rest of this turns out, because we might end up doing a really dark one, or we might end up doing a really light one or medium, because I need to make sure whatever background I do helps make this pop and doesn't make it all just kind of muddy and whatnot. So let's scooch on over and let's do this little section here. Speaking of which, if you do have a channel, feel free to, exactly, Boots. Feel free to throw up like 3 emotes to let everybody know that you have a channel. A lot of that, I was reading, I follow a lot of content creators that are kind of in, you know, categories that I enjoy. We're gonna use, let's see, what do we have over here? We have Forget Me Not, Denim, Storm Blue. I think we've used most everything. Let's use Storm Blue and probably Sky again. And a lot of it is there is a big difference between creating what you want and creating content. So you have to decide, do you want to focus on being an artist, or do you want to focus on being a content creator? And the difference between the two, we're going to use Storm Blue now. The difference between the two is that when you are an artist, you create things that you want to create. And, you know, like if you build it, they will come sort of thing. And you have to think, okay, am I doing this for them, or am I doing this for me kind of thing? And that is the difference. Content creators will post what they know their community wants to see. Artists post their art based on what they want to do, because you don't want to start out, you know, saying, oh yeah, I'm going to be an artist and post what I want, and then only ever post things that you know are going to get the likes and the reaction. So it's like, what are you posting for? To share your art with the world, or for likes and follows? And neither of them is wrong. Neither of them are. It's the decision that you have to make for you when you want to grow. Personally, I find that I am happier posting what it is that I want to post by doing what I want to do versus doing what I think everybody else wants me to do, if that makes sense. Right? It is such a pretty color. Having trouble doing blue leaves, it makes you, you know, it makes you think outside the box. Restarting my channel at the end of the month. I forgot the end of October when it happened. There you go. There's Ev's. Follow Ev. And Shannon has a channel. Like, who else is here that has a channel? I can't remember everybody. I have like a list of commands for everyone. Let's see. Sky. So it's about who you're doing it for. Now, I mean, I love Johanna stuff, and I know I've picked up a lot of followers from people that like Johanna stuff, so that all kind of coincides. But like, for instance, Monday night, I wanted to do diamond painting. Is that everybody's cup of tea? Absolutely not. Was my viewership about half of what it normally is? Absolutely. But you know what? I enjoyed the diamond painting, and I wanted to do it. So that's what I did. Wait, where's Tanya? Well, I know she's here, but I didn't see her say something. I don't know if I missed it. Yes, Tanya. Oh, yeah, because Tanya has a channel. Yes, Tanya has a channel. Yeah, exclamation point Lurky, exclamation point Belinda, exclamation point Aunt Butt. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Let's see, Storm Blue. So if what you love and what your audience loves coincides, then that's perfect. Ah, there you are. What you coloring, Tanya? How do you find people that doesn't necessarily follow you, like new channels that do lives? So the coloring events are awesome for that because you meet a lot of new people and a lot of people find out about you, and that's super great. The other thing is go and hang out in other people's channels. Now, I want to reiterate this. Unless the streamer invites you to announce that you have a channel, or, you know, it says, you know, like I did a minute ago where I said, hey, if you have a channel, you know, throw it up there. A lot of, no, that's fine, Boots. A lot of them are pretty open to it. So if they invite you, great. Now, if you go into somebody's, say it's a streamer you're not all that familiar with, and you're like, hey, that's cool, I did this on my channel the other day, or you know, you just be like, you know, just throw it up there. So that's what they call self-promo. Now, it doesn't bother me all that much. I'm pretty forgiving of it because I also know that a lot of people don't know that that's kind of a no-no. So a lot of times it's not exactly something that, you know, someone's thrilled with or whatever, you know. And like I said, I don't find it that big of a deal, but if you go into somebody's channel who you don't know and you suddenly say, hey, I've got a channel, that's going to rub them the wrong way. But that's why I also made, so that people can have an outlet, you know, we have a pretty active Discord. That's why I made a self-promo channel. It's the perfect place you can go on. Hey, I posted a video. Hey, I have a channel. Hey, I've done this kind of thing. So it's kind of a sign of respect to do that. But also, like I said, most of you know I'm pretty comfortable with it and cool with it, so like I'm not too bothered by it. But some other streamers might not be as cool with it, so if you don't know them that well, it's always a good idea to kind of play it safe. But if they volunteer and say, hey, I saw you have a channel, then it's okay. If the streamer opens it up, then it's okay. But let's see. Done painting was so-so, but watching you coloring is meditating and peaceful. See, and I get that. I totally get that. Like, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but yeah, so I was just like, this is fun. You know, it's not an all the time thing, but it's nice to mix it up. Nick Filbert, Dragon Shanna started the other day. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, and she did so good on that. I saw that. See, I'm in channels too. I just don't always chat because usually I've got the kids or I'm working or whatever. Do you color with your head or heart? I'm asking because when I have a heavy head, I just can't color. I don't have inspiration. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely, Mrs. Butterfly. Absolutely. I, like many of us, struggle with, you know, I don't know, I suppose you just call it mental health in general, but I think we all have good days and we all have bad days. I refer to it as some days my brain is kind, some days my brain is not kind, and it really just depends. Some days I don't want to sit and think about it. That's why the diamond painting's nice. I'm using Sky because sometimes I don't need to think about blending colors or what I'm choosing, and you're just filling in the spaces. But sometimes it's nice. Like if I'm having like a not so great day and I just need to take my mind off wherever my brain is, sometimes it's nice to do it. So I would say a little bit of both, and it just depends. Tanya, I color with my whole body. So you said to post and then went crazy on everyone's channel. No, and absolutely. And like I said, you guys know for the most part, like I'm pretty chill with it. It doesn't bother me. But you know, I'm all for open opportunities. Let's use ocean here. But yeah, I would say definitely a little bit of both. Definitely a little bit of both. And you know, I'd be lying if I said there weren't some days where, you know, even I was streaming like maybe my energy's a little low or I'm just having kind of, you know, a rough day or whatever else. But I will say that even if I'm having just a rough brain day and I come here and I stream, I always feel immensely better when I do. Part of it is I'm a bit of an extrovert, if you guys can't tell, but the pandemic has definitely made me an extroverted introvert to where I am recharged after I hang out with all of you. But if I go hang out with somebody in person, I'm just like, well, I'm exhausted. I need a nap for 5 days. So this is kind of like, you know, Kathy. Yes, ask Tammy about her favorite snacks. But yes, there is a story behind that. Burgundy is what I'm using now. But yes, it's definitely just depends on the day. Depends on the day, for sure. For the most part, I'm usually pretty happy-go-lucky. But also sometimes, like, you know, just like anybody else, I get a little burnt out sometimes, depending on if I've had a pretty heavy work week or whatever else, you know. Oh, sounds good, Lucy. Aw, sounds good. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's good. All right, let's use the blender here. But I have always kind of vibed off of a creative outlet. Just it's nice sometimes, you know, just to kind of relax with it a little bit. All right, let's do these leaves here and these leaves here. All right, do I want to do something darker? We did the Zephyr Blue and this one here. Let's grab Storm Blue. Let's see. See, only allowing yourself a certain amount really makes you think outside the box. Let's see, where is it? It's Denim, Forget-Me-Not, Aquarius, Storm Blue, here we go. I color dark and heavy up. I'm happy I color light and lots of shading. Yeah, I find that if I'm like today, like I'm feeling great today. I had coffee and everything. I can always tell too, like on how well I've done with carrying the conversation. Cause you know, when it's a live stream, I don't always want, you know, like a lot of, you know, dead air time here. But I can always I always get kind of a vibe when I'm done streaming of, you know, like, yeah, I could have led with that a little bit better or, you know, whatever else. So I always feel the vibe afterwards. And then like as a whole, I'll think over the last week and it's just like, probably could have done better this week. But you know, sometimes that's life and it's just the way we work sometimes. Use a ton of black, right? Mood coloring, exactly. Oh, it's great, Mrs. Butterfly. I love it. Me too, Ams. Blue's my favorite color. But I think that's one of the nice things about this community is that you realize, like, have you guys ever heard of the website postsecret.com? It's been around for quite a while, and the idea behind it is that people write down their deepest, darkest secrets and send them anonymously, and he shares them on his blog. And if there's one common theme with that is that people go there and they read it and they realize how not alone they are, because like literally everybody is struggling with something. You know, like you're hard pressed to find someone who says, my life is perfect and I have no issues whatsoever. I don't think I know anybody that isn't struggling with something, even in a minuscule fashion. Hi, Hannah. And so, especially coming and doing these and finding like-minded people who enjoy the coloring, it really is just a reminder that you're absolutely not alone, you know? We are from all over the world, like from Japan to Australia to, you know, South America to Canada, you know? Exactly, it's energy. And so it's just, it makes you realize that although, you know, you all may be going through something, you can all come together on a common ground for something like this. And it's comforting. It's comforting knowing that even if you're having a rough day, you know that if it really comes down to it, you could always message, you know, any one of the colorists that you know, if there's something going on, you know, it's just, it's nice to know, especially with the pandemic, when a lot of us have probably felt somewhat alone because we're disconnected from a lot of the people that we used to see all the time. Having something like this to fall back on is just, it's very comforting. Work time, color time. Awesome. You do an amazing job doing the lives and coloring at the same time. I get lost in my coloring, so I'm afraid I would forget what I was doing live. It's definitely taken some brain training, Tina. I'm not going to lie. I color a lot faster when I'm on my own. Yes, they are phasing out the full blender. You can get a 2 back, 1 full, 1 pencil for $7. Oh, nice. Yeah, the Amazon one blender is, yeah, it's going up there. Oh, perfect, Melissa. I'm so glad. And the funny thing is too, is that like, I look at my, my analytics because it'll tell me like the average like age ranges that, view my channel in general, not just, you know, on lives, but, you know, view my channel in general. And there is such, the most common age range is from 35 to 65 is probably the most common thing. But in what other situation in the world would you have 60 people in the room between the ages of 35 and 65 that all have a common interest and can just hang out. Not to mention, can you imagine how loud it would be in the room right now if like all 60 of us were crowded into my office? Like, but it's just like we're from all different parts of the world, and it's just amazing how this has brought us all together, you know? All right, now we're gonna use the blender. So there's definitely a level of camaraderie, I suppose, that makes this whole thing a bit more magical than, you know, you would generally experience on a day-to-day. Okay, here we go. Thanks, Teresa. Enjoy your lunch. All right, let's see. Let's do doobie-doobie-doo. See, I don't necessarily want to do all of these flowers the same blues. Like, I don't see why we would need to. Let's do a lighter blue one here. Okay, so let's grab Forget Me Not. Here we go. Forget Me Not, and let's just do Denim Blue. Okay. Heck, I've met some very cool people during these color and chats, people I would never have met normally. Exactly, that's exactly. I would have definitely not met like any of you otherwise, mostly because, especially since the pandemic, I don't like to leave the house. But the thing for me is that like I have friends that are here, but the thing that we all have in common here is our kids. I have a lot of mom friends, but as far as artistic friends, like unless you're in some sort of art community, like at school or you do it for a living, it's not something that you regularly find. And not just artistic friends, but artistic friends that like adult coloring. Like, it's just, you know, that's why the internet is a great place in the sense because you can go and find such like-minded people. Makes you know that there's such a good community. It's kind of like whenever I tell anyone that like I make adult coloring videos on YouTube, they look at me like I'm a nut job. And unless you are familiar with adult coloring, like a lot of times they may just not understand. And so it's nice when you find that, you know, your people that understand why you get excited about a new set of pencils and sit there sniffing them, you know, because I definitely don't do that, not at all. Aw, Tina, I'm so glad. I get funny looks when I tell people I like to color, right? Honestly, like if I know that somebody I'm talking to isn't gonna understand, I just say I do, adult art classes on YouTube. That they get. But if you tell them that you adult color, they're just like, seriously? That's a thing? It's like, yes, it's a thing. It's a thing. Everything is a thing on the internet. Like, you know. But yeah, it's just easier just to tell them art classes. Okay. All right, now let's use the denim. Gonna go pretty light. People from so many different countries like me. Exactly. The internet can be a great place. It can also be a crappy place, but it can also be a great place. Let's grab a little bit of Blue Horizon. Let's see, there it is, Blue Horizon. We still want this to be a pretty light flower, but we need to make sure that we're adding in so that we have a nice contrast between our darkest colors and our lightest colors here. I mean, I have met so many immensely talented just illustrators, artists, colorists, and it's just, I love being a part of the community. It's so nice. Oh, nice, Julie. I think I have like a set of the 12 of those or something somewhere. They were on clearance at Hobby Lobby once. I got them for like $3 and I was like, oh, cool. I just saw, Faber-Castell and I was like, sweet, $3. I never really used them that much. All right, now Forget Me Not. Press a little bit harder here. Hi, Terlin. How are you? Go. Okay, and then denim. Okay, and then let's use brown bug. We haven't used that in a little bit. Let's give it a quick sharpen. I want a super nice fine point here. There we go. Go right up along the side here. She is. Terlin is our Discord guru. Oh, good, Terlin. I'm so glad. And Angie is also our other guru. She is awesome with the schedules and the time zones. All right, let's grab the forget-me-not again. Okay, so it's coming out a tad darker, but it's okay. There we go. All right, let's use our blender. I know, Tina, I'm so sorry. I don't know why. Tina, will you do me a favor? Shoot me a message on Instagram, and I will try and generate a new invite for you and see if that helps. I mean, because I don't really know why it's not letting you in, but maybe a new invite link would help. So just message me on Instagram, and I will generate you a new invite link. Who knows? Maybe it'll work. What is my favorite flower? Honestly, anything blue. I know that seems silly, but there's not as many like natural blue flowers as there are a lot of other ones. I actually had blue hydrangeas at my wedding. All right, let's use Zephyr. Zephyr blue, where is it? There it is, Zephyr blue. Lighter in the middle, and then let's grab Sky. There we go. Okay, let's see. I think we have enough time to do a little bit more. Maybe we could do these leaves here that are attached to it. Let's actually grab our Zephyr blue again. Where'd it go? Let's see, is that one it? Nope, that's brown bug. I just had it. Aquarius. Zephyr blue, here we go. Ooh, that's nice, I like that. All right, Zephyr blue. Here we go. Okay, and then let's use, let's use Sky. Let's use Sky on it. Okay, then let's grab Burgundy. See, there it is, Burgundy. Are we still in frame? Yes. Aw, thanks, Robin, and hello, how are you? There we go. We'll zoom out here in a minute and take a look at it as a whole. Okay, Zephyr blue again. I really just need to set it aside so I can stop looking for it. Burgundy. Aquarius. Okay, what is wrong with me? Where did I put it? Okay, brown bug, blue horizon. Oh gosh, I'm looking right at it. All right, Zephyr Blue. I'll look up in chat here in just a second. Okay, and then Sky. Okay, and Blender. Ah, perfect. Awesome. Okay, blendy, blend, blend. Okay, let's get a little bit of black, shall we? So let's grab our Midnight. Here we go. And we're gonna put that under the petals there, a little bit there. Let's see. Got some overlap here. We're gonna add in a little bit of black here where these overlap. Let's see, a little bit there. There. And here. Let's see. A little bit there. And there. All right, do I want to add it anywhere over here? Yes, we're gonna add some here. Okay, let's add a little bit there. Do some here. There we go. Let's see, add some here. I'm just kind of looking around here, seeing where I want to add it. Overlap here. Okay. All right, now before we go, that way it'll have time to dry, let's add our blue. Boots, this one is Midnight from the Dark Tone set. And MII, but I'm watching these videos on YouTube. They're like Reddit posts. It's been so funny to watch. People are asking if they are, oh, that's hilarious. All right, let's do our blue Sparkle Pop. It actually ends up coming out a little bit green, but I'm okay with that because I love Sparkle Pop because it's so sparkly. Okay, so blue, blue, because we are sticking with our color scheme here. Okay. All right, let's zoom out and see what we've done so far, yeah? Dark skin, dark skin. Sounds good, Julie, have fun. All right, there we go. I guess we could zoom in just a little bit more. Maybe brighten it just a tad. Anyway, here we go. We got to start on our blue here. Blue da ba dee da ba da. But yeah, and we'll do the rest of it in blue. But we're gonna keep working on this one. I know I haven't been doing parts lately, but we are next stream Friday night. We'll keep working on this one and keep plugging away on it. But I want to do this as a full color along, and then whenever we're done with this one, I could see us getting this done by like Monday next week. So maybe I might be pushing it. We might finish this up, so we might get this done in like a week. So we'll maybe try and finish it on Wednesday. And then our next one will be this page, and we're gonna do the Arteza Everblends, because I've been aching to do this one, but I just have not had the time. Anyway, but yeah, that's a good start on it. Good start. So we've got, for those of you following along, let's look at our color list one more time. So we have Midnight, Blue Horizon, Aquarius, Forget Me Not, Zephyr Blue, Ocean, Opal, Sky, Denim, Storm Blue, Blue Moon, Burgundy, and Brown Bug. Across all of the sets. I think the only one we didn't pull from was the light tone set. So yeah, if you're following along and you post it, yeah, feel free to share it with me. But yeah, we're gonna do this all limited color palette. All right, everyone. I'm gonna head out, go get some lunch. Okay, so let's see. Lynn, thank you again for subscribing. Evelyn, thank you for your super chat. Michelle, thank you for your super chat and for re-upping your subscription. Ev, thank you so much for your gift that you sent me and the kiddos. And yeah, I want that page. Check Christine Karen's Facebook group. Yeah, Christine Karen's Facebook group, I believe, is where this one is at. I don't know if it's still a freebie. I don't know if it was limited time, but I would just check the group. All right, everyone, keep staying awesome, and I'll see you Friday night. All right?